Hey everybody, this is Mrs. Eel, and I just want to let you know about your Iowa landforms before your test tomorrow, since I can't be there today. Couple of things. First off, Iowa was mostly affected by glaciers. The four middle areas, the Northwest Iowa Plains, the Des Moines Lobe, the Iowans Surface, and the Southern Iowa Drift Plain, all heavily impacted by glaciers. The outside two, the Alluvial Plains and the Paleozoic Plateau, all created when water eroded for the plateau and deposited for the alluvial plains. The final one, this orange section, is the Loess Hills. They were created when wind-blown sediment was piled to make hills in western Iowa. All in all, the majority of our state is greatly impacted by glaciers, some wind, some water. The first area is the Moines Lobe. The Des Moines Lobe was created when a tongue-shaped glacier pushed down from Minnesota and Canada into our state, flattening out the land. So this area is extremely well known for its farming because of its flat land. It's also known for great nutrient-loaded soil because it has such great topsoil left off from when the glacier pushed through and dropped off nutrients. This is a great area for farming. This also is an area where there's large boulders that were dropped called erratics. You might see some of these near Cedar Falls as well. Even though these are really too far west of Cedar Falls, the Iowans Surface is going to look somewhat similar. This Des Moines Lobe area would be places like Algona, Mason City, Clear Lake, and Fort Dodge. The second region is the Loess Hills of Iowa, this orange section over here. Loess rhymes with bus, and these were created when wind blew sediment and piled it up along the Mississippi River in these really cool steep hills. Neat region you go through if you go to Council Bluffs or Omaha. Next one is the Southern Iowa Drift Plain. The Southern Iowa Drift Plain is the largest area in Iowa. It was created, again, similar to Des Moines Lobe with glacier, but now has had more stream erosion because there's been more time. Next one is the Iowan Surface. This also was created from intense erosion from a very cold climate, suggesting that there were glaciers. It also has some loess that the wind dropped off on top of that to create a few small dolphin-backed hills. Iowan Surface is where we live in Cedar Falls. The Northwest Iowa Plains, this pink section up in the left, is the highest and driest part of Iowa and also was created because of glacial deposits, covered now with a thin layer of loess from the wind. My personal favorite part of Iowa is the Paleozoic Plateau. It's an incredibly neat scene to drive through. When you drive along the roads or kayak down the creeks and rivers, you oftentimes see outcrops of limestone like this picture. This is the only part of Iowa that was not hit at all by any glacier. It has left behind large bluffs or hills of bedrock that are visible. They believe that all of Iowa was once underwater and was actually created from some organisms that piled up to create our huge limestone rocks. Because it's limestone, the water easily erodes it and moves it away, creating caves and sinkholes. The alluvial plains, these blue sections along the outside, are created from the Mississippi and Missouri rivers, Mississippi on the east, Missouri River on the west. This is from water erosion and deposition, with the sediment being deposited at the bottom of the river and along the sides. If we go back and do a recap, Iowa is mostly affected by glaciers, somewhat affected by water, eroding it and depositing material, and somewhat affected by wind. These parts in the middle are very flat because the glacier pushed through, just like your ice cube in your lab. Hope this helps. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Have a good rest of your day. Do what you need to do.